Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Siti Sakila bin Rahman. My student ID is 2025206836.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kuna Ali Binti Ashidi. My student ID is 20254010606.
Hi, my name is Nur Shana binti Ismail Abdul Rahman. My student ID is 2025200648.
Hi, my name is Nurmida Abdullah binti Mazlan. My student ID is 2025201158. Assalamualaikum, my name is India and I will be explaining part A, question 1. On 16 April 2016, Aina deposited 7,500 into a savings account at 6% compounded every 2 months. Find the amount accumulated on 16 October 2019 if the rate was charged to 8% compounded quarterly beginning 16 April 2018. So step 1 is identify the information given. We are given initial principal P equal to 7,500, interest rate K equal to 6% per annum, compounded monthly means M equal to 6 for the first period. The first period is from 16 April 2016 to 16 April 2018, which is 2 years. Step 2, use the formula to calculate amount after the first period. We use the compound interest formula, which is S equal to P1 plus IN, where I equal to K over N equal to M times T. So for the first period, I equal to 0.06 over 6 equal to 0.01, N equal to 6 times 2 equal to 12. Now plug into the formula. S1 equal to 7,500 times 1 plus 0.01 to the power of 12. S1 equal to 7,500 times 1.1268253 and S1 equal to 8451.19 ringgit. Step 3. Use new value as principal for the second period. Now from 16 April 2018 to 16 October 2019, the time is 1 year and 6 months or 80 months. We are told new rate is 8% compounded quarterly means M equal to 4. So T equal to 1.5 years, N equal to 4 times 1.5 equal to 6. I equal to 0.08 over 4 equal to 0.02. Now use S2 equal to 8451.19 times 1 plus 0.02 to the power of 6. S2 equal to 8451.19 times 1.16162,479 and S2 equal to 9517.41 ringgit. The final answer after both time periods is RM 9517.41. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Norishwada and I will explain part A, question 2. First question is, Mr. Daniel, a financial analyst at Vertex Tech Enterprise, plans to invest 58,000 ringgit of his company's profit. He has two options. The first one is Alpha Bank, which offers 4.35% interest compounded every 4 months. The second is Omega Bank, which offers 4.15% interest compounded monthly. A. Which bank should Mr. Daniel invest in for 3 years? Justify your choice. First, we need to output the info. T equal 3, P equal 58000 for the Alpha Bank, K equal 4.35%, M equal 3, I equal 29 per 2000, N equal 9 for the Omega Bank, K equal 4.50%, M equal 12, I equal 3 per 800, N equal 36. First, we're going to calculate for Alpha Bank. The formula is S equal P in the bracket 1 plus I to the power of N. For the substitute, we're going to take it from the equation and it will sound like 15,800 in the bracket 1 plus 29 per 200 in the bracket in the power of 9 equal 15,800 in the bracket 1.138330736 in the bracket equal 66023.18 ringgits. For the interest formula is I equal S minus P. The substitute is 66023.18 minus 58000 equal RM 8023.18. Next, we will calculate for Omega Bank. The formula is S equal P in the bracket 1 plus I in the bracket to the power of N. The substitute is 58000 in the bracket 1 plus 3 per 800 in the bracket to the power 36 equal 58000 in the bracket 1.144247832 in the bracket, and the final answer is RM 66366.36 ringgit. Then we're going to find the interest for Omega Bank. The formula is I equal S minus P. The substitute is 66366.37 minus 58000. The final answer is 8366.37 ringgits. The final answer is Mr. Daniel should invest on Omega Bank because the interest amount are higher than Alpha Bank. Next, I will explain question 2 part B. The question is, if Mr. Daniel withdraws 15,000 ringgit after the 4 years from the bank you recommended in A and the rate remains the same until the end of 6 years, find the amount left in the account. First, we're going to calculate the first 4 years. The formula is S4 equal P in the bracket 1 plus I in the bracket to the power of N. The substitute is in the bracket 66366.37 minus 15000 in the bracket 1 plus 3 per 800 in the bracket to the power of 12. And the final answer is 53426.13 ringgits. Next, we're going to calculate another 6 here. So the formula is S6 equal P in the bracket 1 plus I in the bracket to the power of n. The substitute is 53726.13 in the bracket 1 plus 3 per 800 in the bracket to the power of 24. The final answer is 58775.86 ringgits.
Hello everyone, my name is Akila. I'll be solving a question for part B, question 1. The question looks like a local university is planning to launch a scholarship initiative to support high-achieving students for the next 10 years. To ensure the sustainability of this program, the university plans to deposit a sum of money into an investment fund that will finance the scholarship payouts. The funds will earn interest at 3.8% per annum, compounded half yearly. Question 1A. How much money is required for the university to deposit now so that the fund can provide scholarship payments of Rm 5,500 every 6 months for the next 10 years? From the question, we can label R equal 5,500, K equal 0.038, M equal 2 every 6 months, T equal 10. From the question, we need to find S. The formula that we can use for this question is E equal R in the bracket 1 minus in the bracket 1 plus I in the bracket to the power negative n over I in the bracket. When we substitute it with the information that we got from the question, it looks like 5,500 in the bracket 1 minus in the bracket 1 plus 0.038 over 2 in the bracket to the power negative 2 multiple 10 over 0.038 over 2 in the bracket. So we got the answers Rm 90806.83. Question B. The bursary department of the university, however, prefers to accumulate the required amount in A gradually. They plan to build the scholarship fund over the next 4 years by making equal monthly deposits. If the investment account earns 2.5% per annum compounded monthly, how much money must be deposited at the end of each month to reach the required amount? From the question, we can label S equal Rm 90806.83, K equal 0.025, M equal 12, T equal 4. We must find R. So the formula that we can use is S equal R in the bracket 1 plus I in the bracket to the power n minus 1 over I in the bracket. When we substitute it, the amount we put in the formula is 90806.83 equal R in the bracket 1 plus 0.025 over 12 in the bracket to the power 12 multiple 4 minus 1 over 0.025 over 12 in the bracket. Next it will be 90806.83 equal R in the bracket 50.426866163 in the bracket. So the final answers we get for question B is R equal Rm 1800.76.
Hi, my name is Alia and I will be explaining part B, question 2. The question is, Mr. Adi, who first began his career as a video game streamer, has now become a rising musician e-sport athlete. Last year, he decided to outgrow his gaming setup for the streaming equipment worth 29,550. He paid 30% as a down payment, friends, the remaining balance through a bank loan at an annual interest rate of 6.7% compound monthly to be paid over 5 years. For the question A, calculate the monthly installment that Mr. Adi must pay to settle the loan fully. Then calculate the total interest he will pay over the entire loan period. As we can see here, the question said that Mr. Adi paid 30% as a down payment from 29,550. So we like 29,550 multiple with 30%, and then we got the price Rm 8865 ringgit, and then we take the original amount and minus with Rm 8,865 ringgit, and then we get the answer is 20,685 ringgit. And then we got the K, which is 0.067, and we have M, which is 12, and we have T 5, but we didn't have an R. So to get the R, we need to use an A formula, and then we put all of the information to the formula, and after that we get the answer, which is R is Rm 406 ringgit and 67 cents. But the question didn't complete yet. We need to the amount of the interest. So we use the formula I equal MR minus A, and then we put the information in the formula, and then we got the answer is Rm 3,715.20 cents.
For question B, after several months of inconsistent tournament earnings, Mr. Adi started to make payments. He then received a notice from bank stating that the total outstanding arrears of 2,894 ringgit and 82 cents include the accumulated interest. How many monthly payments that he missed? So in this question, we need to find how many monthly payments that he missed. We get the A, which is 2,864 ringgit and 82 cents, and then we get R from the past question, which is RL 406 ringgit and 67 cents, and then we got the K, which is 0.067, M is 12, but we didn't have an M, so we need to find the N. So to find the N, we need to use the A formula, and then we can put all the information that we have to the formula, but in this case we need to use log, and after the log equation we have an answer which is N is 7 payment, so that Mr. Adi need to do 7 payment to complete his outstanding bank payment.